so proudly, I'm just now finished book software engineer at Google and even write a review, my first review in my life on book, and I put 4005 and say about the didactic manner and explain my point of view, and also it's because not I'm beach or it's because I'm doing now this healthy beach manner when you're not like a nice kind and we like only good fun, and it's what I am not agree with, to say truth, not only nice words. It's only because I'm trying to learn be different and truthful, and it's because I'm not afraid, and also I'm train brave. What I train. Remind it's my challenge for improving speaking skills, because it's also, and I am going to start this channel only after this challenge, only after 100 videos. Now it's only speaking skills training, and I hope you never and no one sees this video, really hope. But I use, as I was saying in previous videos several times, I'm used this worries and shame to be not very nice for improving my English skills. And as you can see, it's my hairstyle and hairstylish and hairstyle in the same time. By this it's my my maybe future product, okay. And it's my plan what I was create in the morning. in this plan, my plan was to finish this book only when it's when it will be during the 70th 18th day, but not now. No, today. Okay, we have what we have. It is what it is. Okay, I don't know. I now to must decide what to do next. To reread this book, it's really boring, and reading this, it's more boring than you can imagine, and it's difficult and boring in the same time. Boring because it's a little bit didactic, and in the end of it's like still didactic, but not, I'm not familiar with this topic of not very familiar, a little bit familiar with all these abstract moments as Kubernetes and so on, and it's because I don't know what to do. With my goal, really, I need to rewrite this book and make it fresh. Okay, but I'm going to make it like, not right now. I'm going to reread this, for example, start. Of course, I haven't time to reread this at all. Maybe I make it in next day, maybe in first time in one day, and then next day, or maybe found some energy to write every day several minutes just for refreshing, or maybe some moments, or maybe this final chapters part of book was and difficult and so on, and in same time, maybe, I don't know. And what about, I'm going to talk you, I have noticed for this, now it's because I'm without any sugar and even without any piece of dark chocolate. I'm a little bit surprised about how can be coffee, dark coffee without milk, without sugar, can be so tasty. Only coffee, only dark coffee. And in this moment, it's a little bit strange for me, but it's just the next level, you know. When you're young, you can drink only cheap coffee with a lot of sugar and, of course, milk and some strange chemical elements. But now I am in new level and don't know how long I can to be there. It was like intense to be one week without any chocolate because I have a problem with my skin. Because it was, for example, yesterday during the day I came to eat 100 gram of chocolate. Yeah, and my lesson I learned from the school, I decided if its book looks like a little bit deducted or boring, maybe it's because it's like, you know, you're familiar with topic. It's really when you're familiar with topic, what about what's saying in this book, it's cool. For me, tips. It's just to increase speed in level when it's not always like deducted. It little bit when it's quick. It's little bit psychological easier. Yeah. And it was what I was going to talk with you, and I can repeat my speech about my work, about my job, plus about my work life. Yeah, it's more useful, as I will say in videos previous and so on. Yeah, by my words. Okay, I have a notice, but I'm trying to say it more natural as it's possible. And now I work as a middle Python developer in Microsoft, and my common experience in IT, commercial experience, is from 24. It's more than 15 years, and now there a good moment to say several words about why I'm still a middle software engineer, but not something more maybe high position. First of all, that is because most my experience is about ActionScript, and it's technologic now not use it anymore, and more than I used this in game development. Also, I was used to Lua and Kismet, but most of all, it's about ActionScript. And several years ago, when ActionScript was say goodbye for all of us, and I was decided in which direction develop further, and I even try mobile development in React Native and Android, Java for Android. And what more about my experience? Yeah, most of this technical Python inspired me. Not expired. Inspire. Right. And Python inspired me the most, and because especially Django. Of course, Python it's a cool languages, but Django was some like of discovery for me. Some kind of discovery for me. First of all, I think it's because my first experience before game development was I was start from web development, and 15 years ago it was several pages, in very simple several pages, and it was enough in this time for even for money for business, and now it's no, not only it's extremely simple. It's not cost anymore, not worse anymore. And but I spent 15 years before. It's about 3 weeks for this site, for creating this site, and take my money, and it was a really cool product. But now I can do more with admin part, with server part, with all these moments by several seconds using this Django framework. And for me it was I understand, for me it's like magic. It's inspired me how it's developed, and really cool. I really inspired, and going to first to be in stream and be deeply in this web technology, because it's really amazing how it's develop and continue developing all this development. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, all these several years what I'm use, and use Django and Python especially. Yeah, and also I going to find the moment to say about my experience in game development before. Okay, we can we can try say a little. It will be better to say several words about what I am doing now, how about reading books, for example, about this Google Software Engineer. I think I guess it will be okay moment to connect this moment from web technology is developing so quick, that because, for example, when I was read book Software Engineering at Google, what was writing only years before, it's now is like not so like not actual, but the guy who wears this book say, for example, about some technical strategy at Google with such a accent, like it's only at Google, only in Google, but only because Google is maybe best companies is the world, in the world, the greatest, and everyone, every company want to copy paste or like take take over all this best practice, and it's because it's not so now. It's not only at Google, only because 1 year passed, and in IT area it's like more and more looks like age, like some epoch. I want to find this words. Yeah, and also with all this I can take several words about book I was read. I was surprised in these books, but I found several moments what was new for me, really surprised, and really cool moments to find these moments. For example, it's about in the beginning of this book about what is different between programmer and software engineer. Before this book I was thinking about this like about some same concept, synonym, and but it's not so. We have a big difference between programmer and software engineer. It's about soft skill. For software engineering we need soft skills, not only hard skill, as it's enough for programmer, because software engineering, and it's not only about hard skill, and also about how you work with team. And yeah, it's was really nice to me this moment in this book, because I not like think about this, but it was like unconditioned part of thoughts about And in this moment I can talk a little bit about my experience, how I was, not only how I was team leader, but also how I become team leader so quick during the year. Yeah, next time our 15 minutes go past.